Trey 600 with the niggas who run it. Yeah, 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 yeah. Trey 600 though, 3600. Trey 600 though, 3600. Trey 600 though, 3600. Trey 600 though, yeah. Trey 600 with the niggas
like that. And I felt like what better place to spread the message and words and stuff on social media with people who read words. And, you know, so for a while, ever since 9/11, I jumped on the internet and started speaking about the things that I know to be true. And I was using Christianity to do that. You know what I'm saying? I was using all the, like, just trying to push it through the music and do all the teachings and stuff. So that's what naturally put me on the internet, like wanting to talk about what happened with 9/11 and Katrina.
Right.
Yeah. That's talking and doing that. But I was already on the internet doing graphics, and I went to college for graphic designs. I mean, I always been a networking individual. And so I was already on the internet, but like just getting on here and telling people stuff, it stemmed from, you know, 9/11 and Katrina.
Okay. Let's get to the case. Like how did that all come about?
You know, one day I decided to that I was gonna kill Bishop ELI because, you know, I was just an angry individual. I've been serving Christian ministry for about 4 years. And I didn't like the way the inside of the church was running. I didn't know, that's the first time I ever like served in the church. You know what I'm saying? I always went to church with grandparents and aunties and stuff like that. But this is the first time that I actually was a servant in helping and, you know, alongside of people who say they're with God. So yeah, I just didn't, I was mad at other shit, but I was also mad at the shit that Bishop ELI was doing, or I heard that he was doing. The shit that I seen he was doing was bad, and the shit that I heard that he was doing was even worse. So it was like, you know, I'm gonna take my anger out on this individual. And I walked up to his church. I walked up to his church after because I was there in the church. Me and my wife, we were going through, you know, whatever the fuck we was going through. And I said, well, I'm gonna go and stay in the church, and I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna just work, get my shit together, and then we can come back together and chop it up or whatnot. And so this was an option because we had went to his church for ministry, and so he was just being a mentor. He was like, I got an office space, y'all got issues, okay, just come up here, bring your computer, and so I came there and I worked, and I was gonna go home, but I don't know. I think evil just took over, and my anger took over. I was going through custody battles with my children at the time as well, so I was angry. I was a pretty angry individual, and you know, being around this bishop who, you know, cheat on his wife, beat the hell out of his kid, fucking. They having all these offerings and all this, like, it's just a lot of shit. And I'm not, you know what I mean? It's a whole bunch of stuff that was going on. I'm like, you know, hey, let me use that van to go and see my children. You understand? I got visitation today. And, you know, I get a now, and then I'm way out here in the fucking, in Duncanville somewhere in this church, and me and my wife ain't communicating. So you understand? It just it was a situation. So when I left out of the church, one of the chicks in the church, she always came in the church, and she was like, well, why you always just here at the church? Why you just working? Why you all like, why don't you, like, you know what I mean? It's your birthday. Why don't you go out? So we get cool. So I walked from her house. And I went up there to kill him because I was just mad. I was angry at everything. I'm like, man, I'm committing adultery. I ain't see my goddamn kids. This fucking lying ass preacher with this fake ass goddamn food program. They scamming the fucking people. They got the food program in them. It's just so much shit that just and you know, I just felt like that the church was just a lie, that being good was a lie. Everything was a lie. So I wanted that nigga dead. So by the time I get up to the church, they was doing the food program. The kids there were women and children in there. So I walked in there with the burner in hand and I asked where he was at. I said, where Bishop Eli at? One of the children, she smiled at me and I was like, well, I got to get out this church because they don't deserve this. And I don't want nothing to happen to nobody that don't deserve it. So I walked outside the church after they told me that he went to deliver the food for the food program. So I told myself, well, I'm going to just pace right here on this road right in front of the church. So when Bishop Eli pull up, I'm going to knock his dick in the dirt. I'm going to go ahead and kill that nigga dead right here. Because I wanted to kill him inside of his church. You know what I mean? And put him right there by the pool pit. So when people come in, this is what happened to preachers that be lying and doing all this shit. Like I wanted people to see him dead inside the church, but that wasn't an option. So, because he's a wolf, fucking shape-shifting demon, you understand?
Right.
So I'm pacing on the goddamn street and the police drove by. He didn't see the gun in my hand because I guess I just look regular.
Right.
I had smoked some weed. I had drank some alcohol the night before at the chick house or whatever. So I already know that the demons was working in me. You know what I'm saying? After all these years of being spiritual and not smoking and drinking and entertaining them spirits, I know that those spirits took hold of me the night before and, had me just, had me mad, had me going mad.
Right.
So it was a hot day that day too. It was really hot. You know what I'm saying? So I thought I seen him in front of me and I just started firing the weapon. So I fired the weapon. And it was like the ghetto boys, mind playing tricks on me. I didn't even see him.
Yeah.
So went to jail. I was there 12 days. I made this song called Put On My Shoes. I thought I was singing like Paul and Silas. Few family member was trying to get me out. And all of a sudden they just let me go. After 12 days, let me go. They let me go. And I couldn't believe that they let me out. And it was 2 years late or a year and a half later, I found out that it was an error. I had a warrant, you understand, to serve this discharge in the firearm with deadly conduct. I was facing 2 to 10. They only gave me 2 years because of my mental history, my mental health history.
Okay. Man, that's
so basically I kill you. I will kill you. Anybody. Like I ain't bullshitting because it just, shit, I might malfunction. I don't know. Yeah.